welcome back to another episode of the Hello Tanya Podcast. This is where I share little tips, tricks, tools, concepts, frameworks, and little lessons from seeing a spiritual healer for the last 3 years. I'm sharing things that I found super helpful, and I hope that they help you too. If this is your first time here, welcome. I highly recommend starting from the beginning, episode 1, because we are slowly building on our lessons as we go. So, episode 6. Oh my goodness. 6 of these. 666. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. I take it back. How are we going? How are we feeling? Are we jumping into our bottles and dancing? Are we floating around in our Glinda bubbles? Are we zipping away? If you have or haven't tried any of these exercises, I'm still really glad that you're spending time with me. Whether it's, getting ready in the morning, having your coffee, or on your commute, or as you're winding down to sleep. Thank you for hanging out with me. Whew, my goodness. Okay, so we are going to be talking about 3 different concepts today. So first of all, what the heck is vitamin N? Like I said at the end of episode 5, imagine if this whole thing was leading up to scammy supplements. Sorry, that's just it just tickles me. No, vitamin N is no. Vitamin N is literally N-O, no. It's simply, okay, listen, you might have noticed a running theme of people pleasing through the last few episodes and also this one. But this one's going to be hard, but necessary for those who are still in it. But trust me when I say that these have helped me. Truly, truly, truly. All right, vitamin N. It is as simple as the notion of no being a full sentence. Giving yourself permission to say no, and to never say yes when your gut says no. You know when you get a text or a message, an email, an invite, whatever, and you feel that drop in your stomach? That's a no, baby. Putting yourself first, prioritizing your needs, checking in with your gut about something and being like, no. My boundaries around work have been really strong for a long time now, but I still had trouble with them in my personal relationships. You know that thing about how people learn how to treat you based on how you allow yourself to be treated? Having a history of crossing my own boundaries because it was easier to let someone walk all over me than, speaking up. Listen, you have to be compassionate to your former self that allowed these things to happen in the past. But it's time to change. I will say it is normal for people who are used to how you used to behave to feel uncomfortable. And that's okay. You know those memes where you feel like a bully because you've suddenly started having boundaries? It's because your prior behavior benefited them and not you. It's a hard pill to swallow. And seeing this happen a few times while I've been on this journey has been interesting, to say the least. Now, also as a side note, I just want to say that prioritizing yourself, your values, your feelings, your experience, everything, perhaps for the first time ever, is not rude, it is not selfish, it is not uncaring, and it is not mean. Respecting yourself and valuing yourself does not and should not undermine anyone else, regardless of how others may react. And it's hard, sometimes incredibly uncomfortable. And if you've already been through something like this, I am so proud of you. So that was vitamin N. Simply saying no, checking in with your body when you receive a message, like someone wanted to hang out or say a work opportunity or whatever, and your body's like, ugh. You get that like, ugh. That's your gut. That's your instincts. That's your body telling you, take some vitamin N. Okay, the second one. This one's another tough cookie for the FPPs, the FPPs, the former people pleasers, and it's a Lika favorite. Don't take things personally. Listen, I know this is so much easier said than done. This one is super hard, especially if you are a sensitive soul or have had experiences with hypervigilance or monitoring cues. You kind of train yourself to take things personally. Like when I was a lot more insecure, I took things personally like it was a full-time job, okay? Any slight change of tone, someone simply being direct or setting their own boundary felt like a huge slight. And then it becomes this ping pong match of insecurity and misunderstanding and yeah, messy, 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 messy. As Jinx Monsoon once said, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back. Let it go. Let it slide off of you. Don't take things personally. And unfortunately, sometimes people do mean harm and hope you do take their comments personally. This can come from a number of things, whether it's insecurity or jealousy, and simply not taking it personally takes all the power away. We all communicate in very different ways. Someone simply being direct does not mean they're being cold or short. I understand that sometimes this can be a trauma response. I know personally my sensitivity came from this. Learning to let things go and not take things personally has really helped me. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I used to collect my traumas and slights like a precious rock collection, always keeping them with me, ready to reference and show people my pain whenever I could, making a case for how hurt I was. Wasn't I so hurt? Did you see how hurt I was? I see now this was because I didn't know how to help myself or heal myself. Of course, rejection feels personal, but the phrase rejection is redirection is a classic for a reason. And when someone is playing in your face, being rude or disrespectful, sometimes that's just a bid for attention or a response. And not taking that personally is a gift for you both. So don't give that stuff air. Just smile and let it slide off of water. Off of water? Lol. Let it slide like water off a duck's back. Don't take things personally. And finally, the next one, like most of these concepts, I really struggled with. It is simply having no expectations of people, of events, of opportunities, of anything or anyone. Like all this stuff, it is easier said than done. Looking back, I know I had high expectations of my friends. I've done X and Y, so why can't you do the same for me? I've treated you with respect, so why can't you do the same? So on and so forth. Do you realize how exhausting that is for everyone involved? To expect a certain outcome or behavior, that is so much pressure on yourself and others. Having no expectations is about lifting that weight off yourself. Removing the pressure to simply do the thing, apply for the job, put yourself out there, make a podcast, start a YouTube channel, or whatever the situation may be, and let it go. Being present in the action and being proud of yourself for doing it. What it will do is save yourself from a lot of disappointment. When I first started seeing Lika, I was just starting out in voiceover, and I put so much expectation and pressure on myself. I was constantly hurting my own feelings whenever I didn't get, when an audition didn't lead to a job. And yeah, hurting my own feelings when I didn't get the results I wanted. And that was a really hard wake-up call. Man, it was really tough because I just, it's that classic thing of like, well, I'm going to do this thing. And so I hope and I expect that I will get it, which is a very normal, reaction. So anyway, I started to quietly do auditions and then let them go. And knowing that I did a good job and just let it go, let it go, let it go. Regardless if I got it or not, it made things a lot easier. And like a lot of these concepts, it's just about being present and peaceful and intentional, removing the pressure of expectation from friendships, relationships, coworkers, etc. Just leaves room for the unexpected. Okay, so that is our 3 concepts today. Vitamin N, don't take things personally, and have no expectations. These 3 things, these things, they will make you powerful beyond beyond your imagination. Like saying no, having the power to say no, the freedom to say no, listening to your body, knowing what your body needs, knowing what is right for you. It's amazing. And then also not taking things personally. You will be amazed at how much this will affect you. At least it did for me. I mean, I'm not saying that, as always, any of these lessons will truly change your life. It's really just how much work that you put in. You know what I mean? But I'm simply sharing what worked for me, and I hope that they work for you too. Anyway, we are at our mirror work moment. So, as a reminder, mirror work is essentially gassing yourself up in the mirror, approaching yourself like you are a fan, like you are your own best friend, and telling yourself things that you've always wanted and needed to hear. Like I said last episode, a nice time to do this is when you're doing your skincare or doing your hair or brushing your teeth or doing your makeup. Anytime that you're spending in the mirror, you could spend a little bit of that time talking to yourself with kindness and love. So let's go over what we've already done. And I've got my mirror here, and I've just lost one of my nail fluffies, and that is fun. Okay. All right, here we go. I've got my mirror. I love you, and I'm proud of you. I trust myself, I accept myself, and I value myself. I can do it alone. The universe is always with me. And let's see. Oh, I am ready for miracles. Thank you, universe. And why am I so lucky? I am too strong to be broken. I am powerful and protected. This week, I'd like to invite you to also try saying, I am grateful for this moment. I am the greatest project I will ever work on. Oh, that one got me in the feels. Okay, that is us for episode 6. I hope you try a little more vitamin N in your life and not taking things personally and having no expectations. You never know what could happen. You never know. You never know. Having no expectations, again, leaves room for the unexpected, good or bad, Anyway, next week, I'll be introducing 3 of the 7 cardinal rules of life, according to Lika. What's that? I guess we'll find out. All right, that is us. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I love you. I love me. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope that you are learning to be a little kinder to yourself. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to Christopher Stratton for all of his amazing help on this podcast, building the set, being the production designer, filming the intro, playing the music for the intro. Amazing. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much, Chris. And as always, thank you to Francis Carter for the dreamy photos for this podcast. All right, my friends, that is us for episode 6. I'm going to press the outro button. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.